How many of those guys have this stuff? They're constantly trying to take our lines. I mean, you're like, shit, get off me. I mean, the first day I was there, I picked off 4 or 5 of them.
Oh, that you trapped on the roof, like your head looked like bacon when you were on the roof.
Yeah, it was 115 degrees up there.
Oh,
so
it was so hot. It was so hot that when we shot the scene with Michael on the roof in season 1, we went in and shot. We poured blood on the ground when we had the fake hand, and it took us about 20 minutes to shoot it. It was a second unit shot, so I did a dolly shot of dollying in to reveal the hand and the handcuffs. And we're like, okay, we're going to go inside and finish shooting for the day. The fake blood had boiled to the roof. It was like hard candy. And when I went to clean it up, I burned my fingers. Because the roof was white. So all the reflection. I remember us having a conversation the night after you got done shooting. You know, people use those shiny boards to get suntan? No, that day was...
Dude, I remember that day. Remember when I'm in the scene and I'm praying to Jesus and I go down to my knees and he doesn't answer and I'm like pounding my head. When I pound my head, I could feel the roof is melting. And it's like, it actually made the roof a little softer. Because the tar underneath that white stuff was soft. So I was able to pound my head hard.
That explains a lot.
So, one hint, now you understand. Unfortunately, Rooker has pounded his head one too many times.
The first day that Norman was on set, we were shooting the Walker eating the deer. And it's a great story because I worked with Norman on Masters of Horror, and John Carpenter directed an episode called Cigarette Burns, and Frank Darabont had called me and said, hey, call Carpenter and ask John what it was like working with Norman, and I called John, and literally like 2 weeks later we were shooting that scene, and I'm in zombie makeup, and Norman shows up on set. He didn't know who I was because I was in makeup and eating the deer, and the funny thing about the deer was we had little rods in the legs, so while I was eating it, I'm puppeteering the legs, and I'm making it move, and then I'm eating it and I'm making it move, and then and that was his first day on set, and then the next day I sit in the van, and the extras didn't recognize me because I wasn't ugly and horrible.
I was already so nervous because like the cast was already there and they've been working together and done all their promo photos together and they're already a family. And so I was really nervous because like my first lines were so ridiculous, you know. And like looking up at them and I'm looking at me like, oh, this guy's an idiot. But Greg comes up. The first person I met was Greg, and he was all zombified, and he was like, "Hi, I'm Greg." I'm like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Look at this psychopath right here. You know? And then it's like, do I want me to twirl the stuff? Do you want an overhand twirl toss? And then fucking Bernthal puts me in a headlock for real. Like I laid in the whole time like this. I couldn't lift my head. Yeah, that was crazy.
That scene because I was
strong too.
Yeah. And he was, you know, I mean, I'm like doing my thing and he's just waiting to tackle. You know, he's all bam, you know.
And that scene too, they gave me because that's sort of the first time we reveal a lot of the characters, and they beat the zombie down, and then Jeff DeMont chops its head off with the shovel, and so they put a little pad on the shotgun that Bernthal was holding, and they had rubber implements for them to beat the hell out of me with. But after the first take, the little rubber pieces came off, and so in the show, I'm kind of like in zombie mode, going and rolling, trying to get my ribs away from them beating the crap out of me. And then Jeff DeMont comes up with this big rubber shovel and goes, well, bam! And then they go cut, and he's like, Greg, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. All right, we got to do it one more time. And he comes with the rubber shovel, and he's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, you know what? I'm killing you in season 2. What do you think of that?
You know what? I gotta tell you.
No, I didn't say that.
When it comes to fight scenes, my theory is do it one time, move on. So a lot of times actors and stunt guys, they get us in there and say, for example, if you need a really good beat down or you need a really good hit or something like that, they don't want to do it. You know, they want to do stuff like that. Right? Am I right?
Yeah, you gotta.
And you're over there going like, and it's like, oh, it's such bullshit. Really, come on, does this really hurt? Wait a minute. That doesn't hurt, right? So do it.
Sitting there like getting kicked.
I'm just waiting for you to walk off stage. Screw this!
No, this is awesome. I'm getting my ass kicked by the stage.
But you guys do all your own stunts. I mean, there's really not.
But do it, do it like it's a stage kid. Don't use the tip of your toe or the heel of your boot or anything, but really make contact.
Do it right the first time, and then you don't have to do it again.
Then we can move on. Well, is it better to do it right the first time and move on, or is it better to do it 5 times? Now you got
my own stunts right now.
I mean, really, feel this.
Wait.
Feel this.
Yeah, that's right. That's how it feels.
Oh, wow, that feels. Let me just.
Wait, she did it one take.
Delayed reaction. She struck me.
But there's a couple interesting things too. I mean, I think an advantage that I have as being a producer is I get to read the scripts early. I get to read scenes that I really like because as the process goes, the scripts evolve and they change. And it was a great scene in season 2 where Norman interrogates Randall in the barn, and I remember